What is up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It is Austin in China coming at you once again live through the power of the internet. And this is just a live stream. I'm testing whether or not the live stream thing actually works. I'm going to see if any people pop up here on the chat and all of this kind of stuff. Because, yeah, I haven't done a live YouTube chat before. This is the first time. So I'm going to actually jump over to this next thing. Oh, it actually works. No, we got 4 people who have jumped into here. You can all hear me okay. I assume everything is going well. Let's check it out. Hello from Korea. All right, JYJY. Yes. From Jesse, thank you for letting me know that this works. I haven't actually planned anything out for this live stream. I actually just thought about doing this live stream maybe a minute and a half ago. It's like, well, since it's so easy to do it now, might as well. Okay, I see it. It is up on the channel. Okay, all right. This is a test. This is only a test. All right, cool. So, yeah. Oh, Houston, Texas. Texas represent. All right. Okay, there you go. Okay, yeah, Chung. Ooh, what name is that? Yeah, Chung Chin, maybe. I hope that's right. I don't know that last character, but it looks like Chin. Maybe, we'll see. Well, hello, Alexander, Nelly Chess, JYJY, Jesse, and Mr. or Miss Yeah. All right, Cynical. Good to know that everything actually works. You're going to be in Chengdu in 2 weeks. That's pretty cool. Mao. Wow, I'm totally wrong. Yeah, Jung Mao. Okay. So in Chengdu in 2 weeks. So what are you going to be doing here in Chengdu? You going to be working, studying, traveling? What are you doing? Here, let me pour a little drink here. I've got some really old tea. It's not going to cut it, but oh well, we'll get that done. You contacted me through Facebook a while ago. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you guys ever want to talk to me like one-on-one about something, my public Facebook page is probably the way to go. Facebook.com/let China sleep 2, the number 2. All right. That is cold, it is old, and not good. All right. So, studying Chinese, finishing off your undergrad. So I'm guessing your undergrad is something in Asian languages, maybe Chinese. Now, if you're going to be moving to Kunming in July, that's an interesting time to go. I've been to Kunming in July. As far as weather goes, I think July is an interesting time in Kunming because it like rains a lot. Like it's kind of the rainy season. So like you'll wake up and it's a bit cold. So you put on a jacket, then you go outside and then it'll be really, really hot. And then it'll rain, and then it'll get cool again. So it's like you're always taking off clothes and putting on clothes again. And then, you know, it'll like sprinkle for about an hour, and then the heat will come back. It'll be muggy. Then it'll rain again, and then it's crazy. But it is an interesting time. Summer is. See, I've been twice in July to Kunming. You'll be in Chengdu all summer studying Chinese. Cool. All right. Okay, Jiangxin Yue, hello. Nice to see you guys. Right now I'm just at home. I'd rather not pan around because it's a little messy, but you can see my panda right there sitting on top of the pillow. But yeah, I'm just chilling at home. Nothing too crazy going on. I've been sick the last couple of days, so I haven't been putting up any videos. I was going to on Saturday or Sunday, but I've been really, really sick. Anyway, you've got an offer from EF. Ugh, sorry about that. EF is not good to go. Nobody I know who has worked at EF has had a good time. Like nobody. But they are kind of one of the stepping stones to coming to China. It's kind of a classic, it's a classic training school company. You're all summer. So sorry about that. But yeah, EF, English first, for those of you who don't know. EF, yeah. It is a way a lot of people come to China, so, oh well. Do Chinese women ever hit on me? Are you kidding? Look at this. No. Chinese women never hit on me. Austin 可以看懂中文字吗 ？Yes， 我可以看懂，我看得懂汉字。成都邮政的 Panda 去看了没有？当然去过看了。OK，yeah， 我去过熊猫基地，熊猫基地去过3、4次。Yeah. Do you think the pollution in the past few years in Chengdu has been getting better or worse? I don't know. I haven't been in Chengdu long enough to really know, because I've only been in Chengdu about 3 years. Last year was the worst it's ever been. Was the worst it's ever been. This year was all right. Well, let me rephrase that. This past winter was all right, with the exception of a few days. But the year before was absolutely, like the winter of, what was it? The winter of 2016 was absolutely horrible. Like, I'd never seen anything like it down south. And a bunch of my friends said the same thing. Coworkers said the same thing. But winter 2017 was not too bad. So I don't know. I don't have really the perspective. So it's all right. I'd say in the summer, like, pollution is really a non-issue. It's really only in the winter, like in January. January is really a bad month. So let's see. Chengdu 最近热吗？有一点点吧。You can see here, it's asking, is it hot in Chengdu recently? Yeah, you can see I'm sweating a little bit. My hair curls up really noticeably when I start to sweat. So, oh wow. Let's see. There's a few more questions. How tall am I? I'm about 5'8", 5'8". What is that in centimeters? Like 175 or 70. Very tall. I'm quite round. I'm quite wide, but yeah, I'm not super tall. So I think if I took that wideness and used it to my edge, I think I'd probably be all right. So okay, Andrea 四川美女是中文我没去过武汉，我听说过武汉的美女挺漂亮，没去过。Austin's my best friend. All right. Let's see here. We got quite a lot. Really about EF. How about school offering working visa that has different position? With EF, I really don't know. I've never worked at EF. I only know what it's like to work as just a normal teacher. I don't know what it's like to be a manager or like a curriculum writer or anything like that. I really don't know. I'd say as far as the big training schools around Chengdu goes, from what I've heard, probably I2 is the most kind of solid option. Like I2 is probably the most solid option. Metin is okay. EF is probably the worst. So that's as far as I know, and it's probably as much as I probably should say, because I don't know the numbers specifically for pay and all of these kinds of things. But I've actually worked at I2, and I2 is all right. It's not my favorite, but you know, that's how it goes. EF, not very good. And then Metin, METEN, it's all right. So would you say your Chinese is fluent by now? My Chinese, I would say, is socially fluent. Like I can go out with anyone. Like we can go out for a night on the town, do whatever, go wherever, and I'll be fine. But if you put like a book, like a novel or a newspaper in front of me, I probably wouldn't know some of the more specific words. But I could definitely get the gist of it, no problem. But yeah, if we were to just go out and if I were to go out right now to go buy things or to go talk with people or have a phone call or whatever, yeah, I'd be fine. But yeah. Hey, American in Taiwan is here. What's up, ma'am? What's up? The wife is home. Hello. I'm doing a jerboa right now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. She has no idea. Yeah, so you can come say hi in a bit. She says no way.
I didn't.
Well, you were thinking it real hard. I could see that face. She went, oh, cool. May I have some?
Yeah.
Cool. She's got strawberries.
I don't know how to do this.
With that PIPA? Yeah, I don't know how to say that in English either. I think it's just called a PIPA. Oop, here, hold on. How to say these in English? You guys know? Here in Southwest China, especially around Chengdu and in Sichuan, they've got these fruits. It's called PIPA. What is this actually? What is this in English? Yeah. And Jesse, yes, you're right. As far as my testing is concerned, loquat persimmon. It's definitely not a persimmon. I fucking hate persimmons. Persimmons are bigger and they're red. But anyway, it's definitely not a pomegranate. Have you ever seen a pomegranate? Okay, loquat. Maybe. I'll take a look at it. But anyway, yeah, as far as testing goes, yeah, HSK5. I pretty much aced it. What are your here's a good question. What are your least favorite things about living in Chengdu? Least favorite is definitely the winter. The winter, like December and January, it's really an awful time to be in Chengdu. It's gray every single day. There's pollution out every single day. The seasonal vegetables are not good, so the food isn't quite as nice. You just don't want to go out. The temperature is not so good. It's not. So I don't know. There's just nothing really good about January or December here in Chengdu. My favorite things about Chengdu. My favorite thing about Chengdu. I just love the vibe of this city. This city has just got a real nice vibe to it. It's just so casual. It's so relaxed. And to a degree, it's kind of lazy. Yeah, I think I mentioned this in the last video that I put up. Like, I'm the kind of guy who likes to take my time and focus on doing something. I don't want to be rushed. I don't want to handle 20 things at one time. I don't want to chase after that newest, latest, and greatest thing. I'm pretty happy with where I am as a person and who I am as a person, although I am trying to, improve myself. But overall, I'm fairly happy, and I feel like Chengdu is that way as well. Chengdu's fairly happy with what it's like as a city, so fits me. And I like tea. I like pandas. I like spicy food. I like a relaxed lifestyle. Chengdu's got all of those. There you go. All right, let's see. We got a few new people in. Travis. We've got Travis. Travis, do you still hate Kunming? I don't know. Like, honestly, I went to Kunming 2 times. I didn't really enjoy it. I found it quite boring. But like, the thing is, at that time, like, I went to Kunming without doing much research, and I just wanted to see what it was like on its face. So I purposefully didn't do its research. I wanted to get a completely pure impression of it, and I didn't meet up with any locals. I didn't get any guides. I didn't research, and I'd find a local hookup there. And I bet if they showed me the right side of the city, it probably would be good. Probably would be good. So yeah, and I actually did do 2 times. Went there. Did you ever meet up with Trevor James? Yes, but not for a long time. Trevor's never in Chengdu. Really, that was the last time? Wow, the last time we hung out with him was September, October, November last year. He's never in town. So
he's just back to the
he's back here now. My wife keeps up with what he does way more than I do. She's always on like Instagram. He's always posting on Instagram. And I never check Instagram anymore. So anyway, yeah, there's that. Yeah, Trevor, never see Trevor anymore. He's YouTube famous. He's forgotten about the little people. Yeah, I don't want to say that. Don't quote me on that. It's just a joke. Let's see. Used to live in some northern cities. Yes, I lived in Lanzhou. I lived in Tianjin. What restaurants or food would you recommend trying in Chengdu? I always take people to one of 2 places. Okay, there are famous local restaurants that have, or one of 3 places. 2 of them are famous. One of them is not. One is called Mingting Fandian, which I'll put in the chat right here. Mingting Fandian. Mingting Fandian. Yeah. So that's one of them. The other one that I take people to is, hold on. It's located right next to this place. This one, actually, Trevor took me to the first time. Chengshi Liangfen. I think the actual name of the place is called Dongzikou or something like that. But anyway, it's right next to this place called Chengshi Liangfen. It'll be really obvious when you go there. These are local, old school, like super down-to-earth Chengdu restaurants I always take people to. And then there's another one that's located just next to my neighborhood here that I really, really love. Another really old school place. So I don't even actually know the name of it, although I'm sure there's a name. Let's see. Is the humidity there pretty bad? It can be. It's not bad yet. I think the humidity back home in Texas was a little worse. But here it's, I don't know, it's not like being in Shenzhen or something. Like, yeah, where the clothes just stick to you. No, that doesn't happen unless you're exercising. Let's see. Okay, Mr. John, would you please just lay off saying, make my wife come here? Just lay off, all right? She's doing other things. She didn't want to be on camera. How much Baijiu can you drink before you pass out? Enough. Are you allergic to MSG? No, I'm not. And in fact, nobody's allergic to MSG. MSG allergy is bullshit. It's not actually real. Just check it out on your own. Placebo effect and, you know, whatever. I remember somebody said beer, my favorite beer to drink. Oh yeah, American in Taiwan. Favorite beer to drink. I wish that I could drink beer. I cannot drink beer anymore because I have gout, something I got from my father, my grandfather, blah, blah, blah. So gout means you can't drink beer. So it's really sad. I used to drink all the time, drink beer all the time, but now I really can't. Do I still live in Chengdu? Yes, I do. Like it. Do you come to Shuangliu? Yeah, I go to Shuangliu because that's where I work. I work at SCU. Sichuan University has a campus out there in Shuangliu, so got to do it twice a week, Thursday, Friday. Is English teaching a dead-end job? I think it depends on, it depends what you mean by dead end. Like, you know, if you're, I think teaching is never a dead end job as far as like as far as like self improvement and self reflection and finding new ways to teach and new tools to use to communicate with students and reach them outside the classroom and as well as inside the classroom. I don't think there's no way because things are always changing. I'm fine. You know, I've been teaching for, I think this is my 6th year teaching, and I've never taught 2 semesters the same way. Like I'm always improving and looking at new ways of doing things. So in that sense, no, it's not dead end at all. But in terms of like, will you keep getting pay raises and could you become like a head teacher and become like a manager in a department and all this and this and this? Yeah, it is in that way, unless you're at a like training school, because a lot of training schools do offer ways to go up the ladder. You can work as a normal kind of foreign teacher, then you can become a head teacher, then you can become a manager of head teachers, and then you can become a manager of this manager, and blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I mean, you could do that, but I have no desire for that. Like this is what I want to do. So I'm not, hey, Keenan is in here. Keenan, what is up, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Keenan, check him out. Keenan QHD. He's a YouTuber over in Qinhuangdao. Yeah, he's in my live stream. So he's good people. He's good people. He made a video with us when he was here in town a few months ago. But anyway, yeah, English teaching, you just got to kind of understand the deal. Yeah, it's not something you can like retire on. You can't really retire here in China. So anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that. That's a deep, deep topic. Do I have any pets? Nope. No pets. Young. Oh, holy crap. Edward Ho. You're a great teacher. Super chat. Thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah. You're a great teacher. Thank you so much, Edward. I try, you know, like teaching is and will be my life's work. I have no desire to do anything else other than teach, and I want to keep getting better and better and better. I'm trying to read, and I'm trying to research, and I'm trying to take more classes. I'm doing the CELTA in the summer, and then I'll hopefully after that get another year or 2 of experience post CELTA, and then go in for a Delta, which a lot of places like they think it's the equivalent of a master's degree in education. But anyway, let's not get too into that. But yeah, I really like it. Let's see. I am originally from Texas. I'm originally from Texas in the USA. Do you see doctors in China about gout? Yeah, well, that's how I got diagnosed. I got diagnosed, you know, here in China with gout. I've been to the doctor, I think, twice about it because I had some weird pain, but I didn't understand what it was. And then I went, and the doctor said, "Oh, that's gout," and I was like, "Oh, shit, thanks." And then I had some other weird pain, like a couple, 2 or 3 years later. And we went again to check it because I was like, I don't understand where this pain is coming from. Yep. So gout's a really common thing over here, so it's not a problem. Let's see. Oh man, there's so many questions now. Do I see myself as a China lifer? Yeah, possibly. Hey, Chinaville, check that guy out. Chinaville is also in the chat just above Edward's comment. Yes, Chinaville has his own YouTube channel. He's pretty good. He's been in and out of my comments for years now. He's one of the OGs of my channel, if I remember correctly. All right. Hold on. Like I said, I've been sick. What are some fun things to do in Chengdu? Well, something I really like doing in Chengdu is I like cycling. So like, and I know this is stupid, but I do actually take those OFO bikes, and I cycle like outside the city. And I actually should have made a video about that, cycling outside the city. I made one or two, but I should make a couple more. And I go like to these little villages and I find a place to eat, and then I cycle back. I was going to do that yesterday with some mates from work, but didn't actually didn't do it because I was sick. So next week I'll be doing that. So that's fun. There's plenty of. I mean, if you're into the bar scene, then there's plenty of bars and clubs and stuff to go to. And you know, the thing is, there's different things to do if you're coming as a tourist or if you're coming as like a local. If you're so as a tourist, there's plenty of things to do. There's Wuhotze, there's Jinli Street, there's the Pandas, there's Taiguli, there's Chunxi Road, there's you know, there's so many things to do around here. So yeah, if you come as a tourist, you won't run out of stuff to do. Do you think it would be possible to get a great score on higher level HSK without living in China, just by studying hard in America? Yeah, absolutely. The HSK is not really a language test. Like it's not a language test. It's a test about language. Like, so it's not like their kind of philosophy is training through testing. So it doesn't test your speaking abilities. It doesn't test like your dynamic understanding of the language. Like they have these very specific types of questions, and they have these very specific types of you know, passages and things like that. So if you can just figure out what the pattern is and the types of questions, you'll be fine. Yeah, you could absolutely do HSK 5. I mean, I've never taken HSK 6. I've never even looked at it. But yeah, HSK 5 you could totally pass without even coming here. But yeah, you'd have to work hard at it, sure. How do you feel when you always hear the word Uighur when you're in Chengdu? In Chengdu, you're always a stranger. Yeah, Uighur, for those of you who don't know, means foreigner. So yeah, you're always a foreigner no matter where you go. Well, truth be told, like I get it, I understand. It doesn't happen much in Chengdu, but if you go out to like a little village or something, like yeah, people will point at you. Oh my God, foreigner, Uighur, or La Wai is the other one. I get it, because like some people they very rarely see foreigners, or maybe they've never seen a foreigner before. Just like this thing that they see on TV, and oh my God, there's one over there. So of course they'll say something, because as a white North American, I am by far in the minority, by far in the minority. So I get it. And the thing is, like, if you get super annoyed by that, you know, foreigners, you know, by being a foreigner and by always being the outsider, then you know, you probably won't stay in China very long. Like, it's just one of those things you have to make peace with. You will have those Laowai conversations like, where are you from? Can you use chopsticks? These kind of questions. You'll have those as long as you're here. So just get used to it. All right, let's see. Let's go back to it. First, whoa, hold on. What's the reasonable price for Air Studio B&B? For Studio Airbnb in Chengdu for a month? I don't know. Just to rent a studio apartment in Chengdu for a month is about, it'll be anywhere from 1,000 yuan to 1,500 yuan a month, something like that. So give or take, you know, $150 to $200, something like that, US dollars. Let's see. Have you heard about AJATT? I have no idea what that is. Sorry. I could Google that really quick. All Japanese all the time. Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. Is that like a language thing? Okay, well, how to learn a language, Japanese or otherwise, on your own, having fun to fluency. Nope, never heard of that. But hey, if you've used it, then great. Okay. What kind of soap do they have in China? I don't know. They have Chinese ones. You can get Dove and Irish Spring and stuff like that. You can get foreign soaps, sure. You can get foreign soap, sure. Walkabout Rojo, don't know, is here. That's cool. I like him. He's good people as well. Chengdu Mountains are calling my names. What's the word on hiking near the city? Yeah, there are plenty of mountains around here. The closest one is Xiling Mountain. So yes, Xiling Snow Mountain. There's lots of ways to approach it. You can take certain public transport to around the mountain and then take some of the smaller paths that go up they're really quiet ways. And then you can take like special shuttle buses to the main part where they have like resorts and spas and things. Yeah, that's probably the biggest one is Xiling Mountain. There's also quite a few out in Longchuan you can check out. Then there's, I don't know, just around. There's so many around, like it's hard to even talk about. Yeah. May. Yeah, May Mountain is there. Why is everyone on Reddit China so negative? I know, I hate Reddit China. Like for the longest time, that was my sole impression of what Reddit was. Autistic people who could only focus on like the worst parts of life. These guys, man. Yeah, Reddit China is really awful. Like I've never seen saltier people. Like these people are so salty on China. I don't know what it is. Reddit China just sucks. Yeah, don't go there. Can you understand Sichuan accent? Yeah. It depends where in Sichuan, because I know they have like Sichuanhua, but there's lots of different types of Sichuanhua. It's a family of languages. It's a family of dialects. So it really depends where they're from in Sichuan. So yeah. Any famous culinary schools in Chengdu? Yes, there are. There's a really famous one out in Longchuan. It's like the Sichuan Culinary Institute or something. Yeah, it's a super famous culinary institute. A lot of famous foreign chefs have gone out there, like a lot of the big ones you can think of back in the US or in the UK. Yeah, they've been out there. It's a really famous academy. So you'll have to check that out. When I visit, I have to drink baijiu every time. My uncles are drinking baijiu at every meal. Do you encounter this? Yes, the old uncles who drink all the time. Well, I mean, you got to understand, these guys are old. Old people in China have virtually nothing else to do except drink, really, and go to the park. That's about all that old people have to do. So, I mean, I don't know. As a foreigner, I always make up excuses because I don't want to drink baijiu with some random uncle. Like, no. So I'll just say, I've got, a classic one is I've got an ulcer, or I've got some kind of illness. So yeah, that's about it. I always just make up an excuse. I don't want to drink all the time. So moving to Chengdu in the fall for a teaching job. The hardest thing you have to deal with on a daily basis in Chengdu. Strawberries. Thank you. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, that's big. Ah, okay, cool. Snack break. This is nice. I might do this more often in the future. Live streaming, I mean. But yeah, strawberries as well. Anyway, back to, wow, what the heck is that name? Gerthelfin. Wow. Are you a character from World of Warcraft? Gerthelfin. If that offends you, I'm so sorry. But that is a crazy name. What's the hardest thing you have to deal with on a daily basis living in Chengdu? I don't really find anything difficult, really. Construction, all the construction, like the subway, the metro is constantly being expanded. So I probably would say it's an obscure Lord of the Rings reference. Okay. That must be real obscure, like Silmarillion or one of those other, The War of the Ring or something. Because I used to read Lord of the Rings once a year. I used to read it all the time. When I was on my thing, I read it every fall for years. I must have forgotten it. But anyway. Oh, the Unfinished Tales. Oh my gosh. I bought that, but I only ever got like a few pages into it. Anyway, yeah, the metro construction really drives me crazy because all of my favorite parts of town have just been like obliterated. They've been obliterated by construction. It has just been awful. Like the street where, like, I don't go to the bars a lot, but when I do, they're all on this one street here. And like that street has been completely taken over. And it's just like there's all this construction dust in the air and there's all this noise pollution as well. And then there's another adjacent street, which a lot of restaurants that I like are on. And that's been destroyed as well. And then like the area in front of the university by the North Gate used to be really nice. Like it was lined with trees. It was very green. And in the middle, like the median had lots of trees in the middle too. So it was green on left side, right side, and in the middle. Really nice. And they tore all of those trees out and put up those construction walls and then doing this and doing this. And I hate it. I hate it. So that's probably the thing I hate dealing with. Okay. Do you always take toilet paper with you in China? I guess, yeah. It depends where I'm going. If I know I'm going to go somewhere that I don't usually go to, then I'll take some. But like at the university, they got toilet paper. At some of the restaurants or places I frequent, I know that they've got toilet paper. But if I go somewhere, if I know I'm going to just be going out and I don't know, like there's a certain group of people I may hang out with and I don't know where I'm going to end up. So if I end up going out with them, I'll take some. So, yeah. Is the fish safe to eat in Chengdu? Yeah, to an extent. I mean, I think it doesn't. The thing is, you're dealing with farmed fish. And farmed fish is problematic no matter where you are in the world. There are plenty of places outside the city or adjacent to the city where you can meet people and you can ask them about their process and it's a little more transparent. But you just got to roll the dice. I think if you focus too much on, is this safe to eat? Is this safe? Is it ethically sourced? Is this free trade? Is this organic? Is it like China's not the place to do it because there's not really a lot of transparency when it comes to what you're getting. So I say if you're concerned about food safety, I would say go to the vegetable markets close. How can I say that? Go to a vegetable market on the outskirts of a city because that's where farmers will bring in their produce daily, and it'll be the farmers themselves. So that can be a little more. Do that. Do that. Oh, and I will agree with Harry. Watch out for the bones. Yeah, there's lots of little bones in fish. I would say get catfish. I know catfish is a bottom feeder. It's kind of a dirty fish, but like catfish has got less bones in it. Ooh, here's a great question. I'm a coffee addict, but the small town I visit doesn't even have a Starbucks. Do you know a strong caffeine tea or other substitute? Yes, I do. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah. Look at the panda while I'm gone. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm back. So, what I would recommend is if you are in a place that doesn't really have a lot of coffee options, a great tea option would be this right here. Oh no, it's mirrored. So that doesn't even work. Okay, can I change that somehow? Can I change that? Nope. It is mirrored, right? Yeah. But maybe if you work your way back, you can figure it out. But one of my, oh, it's not mirrored. Oh, on my screen, it's mirrored. So you guys can see. It's called Anxi. Anxi is a place in Fujian province. And this is called Tia Guanyin. I know it says Quan, K, but Tia Guanyin is a really nice tea. It's a type of oolong tea. It comes in like that. I just finished my other box. Oh, geez. So it comes in these little vacuum sealed packs like this. And yeah, so this one, what, I forget how many grams it is. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's 63 grams, and this particular tin, this particular one is, I think it's about 80 US dollars. It's 80 to 100 US dollars depending on the harvest. So if you get it like Mingqian, which is the big harvest time, it's a little more expensive. Other ones, it gets cheaper. This brand is so popular online that people tend to troll on its popularity. Yeah, I mean, it's popular because it's good. It's a very agreeable tea. So there you go. And actually, there is a tea expo here in town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm going to go there. I may film something there. That'll be good. But it's a very high caffeine tea. It'll get you going. I really like it. Okay. Can you please talk to us about the types of eggs in which are safe to eat? You got chicken eggs, you got duck eggs, you got quail eggs. And if you cook them, they're safe. Okay. All right, moving on. That's a very strange question. Can you handle the squatter toilets? Yeah, no problem. Do you think China turned some foreigners into losers, or did they show up that way? Yep, they showed up that way, definitely. Yeah. You know, a lot of people come, a lot of foreigners that come to China because they can't cut it back home. Like I meet a lot of unfortunate people, a lot of unfortunate kind of broken people, who just for one reason or another can't can't cut it back home or something's happened. So yeah, I mean, I was one of those people who like wanted to come to China. I wanted to learn Chinese. I wanted to become a part of the culture. I wanted to, change my life here. Like China was the dream, but a lot of people they come here because like, yeah, it was something to do. Like I just figured I'd come over here. I hear the chicks are hot, and I hear it's easy work. Meet a lot of those people. Um, so yeah, but I think China is really interesting in that it gives you so many opportunities that if you do show up as someone who's kind of a loser, there are many opportunities for you to better yourself and to um, improve your standing, I suppose, because there are lots of chances, there are lots of opportunities to um, find local friends and find a local. I'm sorry, my nose is really itchy. To find local friends, to find local maybe girlfriends or boyfriends, or both, if that's your thing. There are so many little niche groups in bigger cities, I suppose, in China. You can have expat groups, you can have local friend groups, and it's really there's so many opportunities and job opportunities as well. Like you can come over and you can teach kids, and then once you feel like you're done teaching kids, you can move on and teach teenagers. And once you feel like you're done teaching teenagers, you can move on to adults or vice versa. Um, it's quite good. And then through all those, you can gain social experience, and you could get an idea of how to act, how to dress, how to do all those things. Okay, let's see. How is the dating scene for foreign chicks with Chinese dudes? I would say if you're a white girl or someone with a light complexion in general, you'll be all right. But a lot of Chinese people don't like. They would never date someone with dark skin. So, hold on one second. So sorry. But anyway, yeah, I know it sounds horrible. Like they would never date someone with dark skin. I mean, but I mean that's the way it is. A lot of, or maybe even most Chinese people would be fine with having a friend who's black or a friend who's of a mixed ethnicity, but I wouldn't dream of dating them. So yeah. So if there's a white girl, she'll have to be fending off dudes with sticks. There'll be guys everywhere. Um, Although a lot of Chinese guys are not super forward, they're very reserved in some ways. Depends on the guy, of course. Okay. Is it affordable to eat street food 2 or 3 meals a day if you don't want to cook? Yeah, absolutely. Street food is dirt cheap. You can get full on less than 10 yuan. Now, 10 yuan is about $1.50. About $1.50 US. So, add that up 3 times a day. You can do the math. It's not much, and you'll make thousands and thousands of thousands a month. You find most expats are in a certain age group. Yeah, most expats are 20 to 30. 20 to 30 years old. Or maybe 20 to 35. Probably say that. 20 to 35. You very rarely will meet someone who's over 40 in China. An expat, I mean. You'll very rarely meet someone who's over 40. And you'll only very rarely meet someone who's over 50 in China. So, yeah, definitely there's a huge age preference when it comes to hiring. It's in the 20s to mid 30s. After mid 30s, a lot of people, they kind of realize, oh my God, like I'm 35 now, or I'm 30 now. It's time to go back home and get real. It's time to go back home and start saving for retirement, or it's time to do this and this, or they just say, oh my God, I'm 30. I got to go do something else. I can't stay in China forever. Something like that. Can you mention the 10 most useful apps in China? Well, let's see. Okay, I'm just going to check on my phone here. Let's see. Most useful apps. WeChat, by far, is number one. Ofo Bicycle, probably number two. As far as local apps go, maybe Baidu Maps. Baidu Maps is quite good. Didi, which is like a Uber. It's a Chinese Uber or Lyft. So what is that? WeChat, Didi for rides, Ofo for bicycle, Pleco, Pleco for dictionary, Qunar, Qunar for travel, then Eleme, Eleme for food delivery service. You can also get like groceries delivered and medicine delivered and things like that. And then I guess if you're a Taobao guy, you can get Taobao and Alipay. I don't use Taobao. My wife does, but I never use it. I don't even have a Taobao account. I don't have an Alipay account either. Don't need it. But yeah, Taobao would be a good one. That's about it. That's about it. If you're single, 1010, definitely. How realistic is it living in Chengdu without an iPhone? I don't have an iPhone. I have a Xiaomi. Broken Xiaomi. Yeah. You don't need an iPhone. Are there payphones with international phone cards? Payphones with international phone cards. Yeah, you can do that, I suppose. I remember when I first got to China, I was on my last $100, and I bought one of those international phone cards to use to call back home and beg for money. This was way, way back there, way back in 2011, when I was stuck in Beijing, if anyone knows. But no, it's super easy here. If you come over with an iPhone, you can just buy a SIM card. You can just buy a SIM card. You could buy one of those like burner SIM cards where it's like someone else has already prepaid it, and you can just plug it in and you're off to the races. It's great. What are the biggest differences between Chengdu and Chongqing? Ooh, I like it. Chongqing is not as relaxed as Chengdu. Chongqing is very, people are more kind of concerned with, I don't know, people in Chongqing, they're a little, they're a little spicier than people in Chengdu. They're a little bit more, they can be a little more volatile. And Chongqing as a city feels, I don't know how to say it. It just feels more like a city. Here in Chengdu, I feel like because people are so relaxed and so just chill that you forget, oh, this is a city of 10,000 or 10 million people. But when you go to Chongqing, you get more of that kind of city vibe where people are a little more brusque, a little more, they're a little more distant. They're a little, well, no, I wouldn't say distant. They're going from point A to point B, and they're just trying to get it done. They're hustling. I'm saying, yeah, there you go. It's the hustle. I feel the hustle in Chongqing. And also, it's really cool. It's built up on the mountains. So it's called the Mountain City. So that really affects a lot of things. It affects the public transportation. It affects the design of the buildings. It affects the way that you get around. Like there are these giant staircases that just go up through certain parts of the city because that's really the only. And I don't know. There's a terrible selection of non-Chinese restaurants in Chongqing. I would agree. In Chengdu, the expat community is very organized. It's very tight-knit, and there's always choices where to go, what to do, what to eat, where the party's at. But in Chongqing, I feel like the expats are really spread out, so they don't really have the same kind of unity and organization that Chengdu expats have. So, like, you know, if you're going to go to a Chinese city and go native, and you're going to choose between Chengdu and Chongqing, I would say go to Chongqing. You can get more native there. So, here we go. Let's see. I cannot compare Shanghai and Guangzhou in terms of teaching jobs. I don't know. I really don't know. I've never worked in either city. I don't know how that goes. It makes it makes no sense to me why every hot pot restaurant is built in an area where there's always 20 plus. Yeah, I've said that many, many times before. I see a new restaurant being built and I'm like, oh, what's this new restaurant? Oh, it's fucking hot pot. Like, how many hot pot restaurants do you need in Chengdu or in Chongqing? Like, what kind of stupid person is going to be like, ooh, I've got an amazing idea. Oh, we're going to make this amazing. Okay, wait for it. Just wait for this idea. Hot pot restaurant. Get the fuck out. Get out. Like, come on. Yeah, the market is really oversaturated. But you notice people still go because people love hot pot in Chengdu and Chongqing. They love it. So it's a really safe investment to open up a hot pot or chuan place. So, yeah. US to Shanghai flights are super cheap. How's the train situation between Shanghai and Chengdu? Shanghai to Chengdu, I think, is a 15-hour train ride. It's something like 11 hours or 15 hours. Some beautiful countryside. Beautiful countryside. I've done it, I think, twice. It's quite nice, and it's not too expensive. It's like 200 or 300 yuan. So that's not a lot of money. My nose is itchy again. Sorry. Darren McQueen. Oh, man, Darren. You have been with me from damn near the beginning. Darren has been here a long time. Was it difficult for your wife to get a visa to visit America? Yes. Oh, yes. I'd rather not talk about it, but it was a very long process. But anyway, thanks, Darren. Do you have dual citizenship? No, you cannot have dual citizenship in China. That's it. You have to choose one. You're either going to be Chinese, or you're going to be American. That's it. You cannot have both. You have to choose. So Xiaolongkan is the best. I don't know. Xiaolongkan is pretty good. There's also Shanyochang, which is pretty good. Then there's what's the other one? Dajaimen. That one's pretty good as well. Let's see. They come and go pretty quickly. Let's see. Top advice for learning Chinese. 1. Your level plus 1. That's the classic example is whatever your level is, get something a little bit harder than that. Okay? So if you're reading a paragraph, get something with 3 paragraphs. or get something with a page where it's just a little bit challenging, where maybe on like every page you're learning 5 to 10 words. Don't buy anything English, then Chinese, then English, then Chinese, then English, because you won't read the Chinese. Like, you'll start reading the English, and then that'll be it. It'll be over. So buy only in Chinese. Maybe something with like Chinese pinyin. That's fine. I would also say don't date Chinese girls, because make it very clear that I would say either date a girl who doesn't speak English or date a girl who speaks very limited English, and make it clear that you are there that the language you're going to use to communicate is Chinese. Because what's going to happen, and what happens every single time when someone dates a Chinese girl, that they just always end up speaking English. Because like the girl probably already knows a pretty good amount of English, and then the guy, who might be a foreign guy, let's say it's a foreign guy, the foreign guy finds it easier to speak English, so they'll always end up speaking English. Like, don't date a Chinese girl to learn English. I would say get a language partner. Get someone who will come to your house once a week or something, and just say, once you enter my house, it's all Chinese. Or once I hit this timer for 10 minutes, we're only going to speak Chinese for 10 minutes. And then we're going to go back and discuss it in English, what we just did in Chinese, or something like that. Go to a Chinese corner, or go to, there's so many ways to be plugged in. Just get a private one-on-one teacher. There's plenty of opportunities. Let's see. Have you met any foreign PhD students? Yes, I have. Plenty of them. PhD. Let's see. Okay. Whew. Okay. Any more questions? It's about an hour now, so I'm getting ready to move on to the next thing. So if you got any more questions, leave them down in the comments, and I'll answer probably one or two more. How far is Chongqing from Chengdu? It's 2 hours on the train. It's a little bit, I think now they've cut it down. I think it's less than 2 hours now. I think maybe, because I heard either they created a new station, or they somehow improved the fast train. But I think it might even be an hour and a half now. So that's pretty cool. Yep. Which other cities would you consider living in long term? Ooh, I had not thought about that. Long term. I don't know if I can answer that. As far as places that I have visited, I don't know. It's too hard to say. I don't know. Definitely not Tianjin. Yeah, definitely not Tianjin. I don't know. That's a tough one. It would have to be in the south, and it would have to be a bigger city with some options for foreign food or foreign ingredients for cooking. Expat community could take it or leave it, but I would want some options. I don't think I could do Chongqing. It's too foggy, because they have all those rivers that run through there. It makes the climate really, really humid and really, really foggy. They call it the wudu in Chinese. And it's gray a lot of the time. So I don't think I could do that. Like I love the city. I mean, Chongqing is so much fun, but I don't think I could live there forever. And then last question from Kareem. Getting a driver's license. What if you can't speak Chinese? If you can't speak Chinese, you better learn. But I know in Chengdu, if you are from like the USA, UK, you know, a lot of those, if you're from like a developed English-speaking country, I don't know exactly which countries, but I know the USA and the UK for sure. If you have a valid license in your home country, you just bring that license in, photocopy front and back. Then you bring in that and a photocopy and your passport, and you have to take a test, a written test in English to pass. And there's actually a website for that, .com. So you take that written test, then you get an eye exam, and then that's it. Like that's all. So if you have a valid license, just photocopying some documents, get an eye test, take a written test, you're done. But if you don't have any of those, you have to go through a driving school, which is only in Chinese, and take the Chinese written test and all this, and it's not good. Plus, you have to take the driving test. It's not good to go. It's way too long and too expensive of a process. So, yeah, totally, Mark. I exactly know what you mean. Public transport is awesome anyway. Why would you want to drive in China? I do have a friend who every summer and every winter, he takes a road trip through all these different places in China. And, you know, they see a village, they want to stop in, they just stop in it. And they go and visit these major cities. And that's pretty cool. Like the last one he did was from Chengdu to like Hohhot, Inner Mongolia, which is like, whoa, that's a long way. So he went all the way, you know, north Sichuan and then through Gansu and then through Ningxia, et cetera, et cetera. That's cool. Other than that, I don't know why you would need a car here. But I think I'm going to let it go there. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this this little live stream. It's been quite fun. It's just another way for me to procrastinate my lesson planning. Got to put the finer points on it. And yeah, it's been good. I'm glad that YouTube has changed this around because you used to have to download your own encoder and you'd have to open up that program and connect it with YouTube. And it was really, ugh. It just was really difficult, and it didn't work with my VPN. None of the programs worked with my VPN. This one does. This was just kind of a test. Next time I'll actually have something that I want to talk about, and we will talk about it. So yeah, this was good. Please, yeah, leave a thumbs up. Leave a thumbs up for it. And you know, if you know anyone is interested in China, looking for some answers maybe to a question that was in here, you know, leave it for them. And also, there's one more thing. I've noticed that YouTube has, I don't get notifications from certain YouTube channels anymore. I don't know why that is. It's just very strange. Like some channels that I follow, I just don't get notifications for. But I know they're still posting videos, so I'll have to go and find them. So if you notice for a long time that you don't get anything from me, go to my channel and click that little bell icon to get notifications from me. So every time I post a video or make a community post or something, you'll see it, okay? Because, yeah, that's been really annoying me lately. So thanks a lot, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Peace out.